Something really cool happened this morning. I had an instinct to just scroll through my Word documents on my computer because I was actually looking for something else. But as I was scrolling through, instead of going directly for the topic of what I was looking for, I actually had this instinct to look at every single file that was on my computer. Anyway, I came across this one and it said message to myself. And I had written it on my computer on the 30th of November 2018. So exactly 4 years ago to the day. I've totally forgot that I put this on the computer. I have not looked at it at all in the last 4 years. And my instinct told me today to read it. And I think I'm going to share it with you because I feel like there might be somebody out there who is going through something very, very similar with their feelings at the moment. And I want to let you know, if you do work on yourself, if you do meditations, if you ask yourself questions, if you go deeper within yourself, if you peel back the layers and don't be afraid to be vulnerable. In that 4 years, I am in a totally different place today than I was 4 years ago. So I just want to share it with you if you don't mind. I feel like I'm in a waiting game, feeling anger and frustration brewing around me and within me. And my question is, why is my focus on this anger and frustration? A voice in my head said that some people may find this to be a new experience, but others may always have that anger feeling. I had a ding-dong moment. I've never felt this sort of anger or disappointment on such an intense level before. Anyone in the past who upset me or angered me with their choices, I easily walked away from. But there's something brewing this time, and I'm not doing that. I'm holding the anger and frustration. I feel it has nothing to do with what actually happened, but an awakening for me to have fire, to stand in my truth, and not just conform to what others want of me. I understand it to be when something is done to me, instead of me going into my shell and remaining quiet, I need to speak out and stand my ground for what I believe in. There is no longer an allowance to let things happen to me as I would have let them happen in the past. No one is allowed back into my life until I am in a space of holding my ground, no longer willing to be manipulated, no longer willing to always be kind and loving, and to voice my opinion without fear of being disliked. There is also thoughts of this frustration within me when I love someone and I get this feeling of being disapproved by them. When I give effort to them and receive nothing in return. And my mother keeps coming to the forefront as someone I was always trying to please and do the right thing to get her acceptance, and I was never good enough for her. And this same fear is coming up with other people in my life. I've never been good enough for them. That is what is holding me stagnant until I clear that. With strangers I don't have a connection with, it doesn't matter to me if I don't please them. But with people I love and I don't feel appreciated by them, it has a huge impact on my emotions. To be aware they actually do love me, but not in the way in which I want them to love me. That is my block in which I clear. And I wrote that on the 30th of November 2018, exactly to this day, 4 years ago. And I can see how much I have changed, because as much as I still do care for people and I do help people and I'm willing to help people, I have my boundaries now. I see my worth, I know my worth, and I won't be manipulated anymore. I know what I deserve and what I don't deserve, and it's taken me probably all those 4 years of working on myself to get to that level. So if you're in that space yourself, you can get there. Just keep peeling back the layers. And what is it that started all this unworthiness with you in the first place? Why don't you think you deserve, what you see others having? So I just thought I'd share that with you because it felt like there might have been somebody else out there that needed to hear those words as well. And I hope that in the next 4 years, your journey takes you into a place where you really do love who you are.